I'm Paul Fisher, and today is Sunday, April the 8th, and it's 5 o'clock. And I'm live, or I try to be live every day at 5 o'clock to 5:30 to talk about our cryptocurrency coin, the Billion coin, otherwise known as TBC. Okay. First thing I want to mention today is I found out last couple of days that, well, first I should say, in case of those any of you who might be seeing this for the first time, in fact, let me get the chat going on the side here so I can, there we go. Let me see here. There we go. So you guys can chat and ask me questions if you are live. But last couple of days, well, first of all, our coin, unlike other cryptocurrency coins, we are not on any trading exchange or market exchange. You won't find us on CoinMarketCap. And we specifically designed our coin not to be manipulated on a trade market exchange. We wanted to keep control of the price so that it doesn't remain volatile. Because as you notice with Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies out there on the exchange markets, they go up and down in value, which creates a situation where people have a hard time having faith in being able to use it on a consistent basis, especially merchants who are in the business of retailing product. They buy wholesale, they turn around and resell it. So if they're having a high turnaround and they need to take that money that they're accepting from Bitcoin and turn around and purchase more product to sell using Bitcoin, and the price goes down the next day when they've got to buy more product, then they lose. If it goes up, great, okay, they're happy. But the problem is it goes up and down. Once you put something on a market, it's manipulated by the wealthy. They're able to buy up tremendous amounts. And then when they want to, they will dump it and sell. And it starts to make the price go down. And the other traders, which are basically gamblers, are trying to make a little bit of money. They see the price go up and they say, oh, wow, it's going up. So let's buy some. And then when it gets up and makes a nice little profit, I'll sell it and use that money to live on or whatever. So they start buying, and it goes up and up and up and up until the wealthy decide, okay, let's dump it. And then the price starts to fall and go down. And the ones that are smart and experienced, meaning the traders that are smart and experienced, will watch it go down maybe 10%, and then they'll sell. And they'll still come out okay. But the ones that are new, and there's always new people coming into those things, they're desperate to make some money. They're just gamblers. And these exchanges are like casinos. They're the house always wins. So what happens is they panic and they see the price go down below what they paid for it. And they're just like, oh my gosh, it's not going back up. It's not going back up. Let's just sell before I lose everything. And they sell and they get hurt. And what happens is the wealthy collect their coins. They buy up when it gets down to a certain low price, and they say, okay, now we're going to buy it up. And they end up with more of your coins, and they end up with more wealth. In the meantime, that price goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so it can't be used as an abundance-based coin because of that. Now, the Billion coin, our coin, is not designed that way. Okay, we don't put it on any market exchange. It is run and its value is determined on people. The algorithm is set up to where each new member that joins the community for free raises the value of our coin by €1. So our price increases in value every single day, no matter what. It never goes down. Okay, and we started 2 years ago with 171 people. And after our first year, We had 95,000 members, so the coin was already up to 95,000 euros per coin. And of course, you can divide those coins by 100 million times. So there's like Bitcoin can be divided, and they call it Satoshi. And it makes it affordable for anybody to buy, Bitcoin, no matter how high the price goes up. Or same with the billion coin, which we call Kringles. And the creator is called Chris Kringle. For the billion coin, that's what he calls himself, and it's because he gives the coin away, okay, as gifts. His job is really, it's our job, but the job is to distribute the coin and to create our first billion members, which will max out the price of each coin to 1 billion euros, okay. And it will never get higher in price than that. Of course, that's enough coin to eliminate poverty in the whole world. With the rest of the 6.5 billion people, will have plenty enough coin left, or Kringles, to eliminate poverty. Okay, what will happen, and the way this is set up, and I've talked about this before, is that we've designed it so that we're going to achieve 1 million billionaires and 1 billion millionaires. Now, there'll be multi-billionaires in that system. There'll be multi-millionaires in that system. The point is, it won't be a huge difference between the wealthy. It will all balance itself out. And what will happen is, when it reaches the top price of 1 billion euros, and we have our first billion people, well, even long before that, we'll have our own economy. But imagine with 1 billion people, what we can do, okay? We can create businesses. We can do so much. If anything needs to be done, we just get together and decide to do it. We can pay employees. We can pay enough money because there's enough abundance, and it is money, okay, which is different than currency. Currency will lose value over time. That's why you see the fiat dollar and fiat currency of any kind, paper money, whatever you want to call it, goes down in value and inflates because it has no, it's not money. It has no value. It's not backed by anything of value. Okay, our cryptocurrency, the billion coin, is backed by people. Okay, that's value. The other crypto coins are backed by really just the fact that it's a supply and demand. They've decided before they created their coins how many coins they were going to make. And so because there's a finite amount that they're going to produce, it creates value. Okay. Other than that, there are a few countries that are starting to back their companies, their cryptocurrency up with something other than the people. And Venezuela is one, so keep your eye on them, because it's going to be very interesting to see if their coin succeeds, especially in a country that has been smashed economically because of the socialist government that took over, and it just, everything fell apart. So now they're trying desperately to create their own coin and back it with their oil. The problem is there's so many sanctions against Venezuela that they're having a hard time selling their oil. And so they decided to back it with gold. So yeah, other countries are really paying attention to Venezuela right now to see if that's going to succeed. And it's going to succeed. People are already using it, starting to use it. They're getting used to the idea that they can trust this coin. So even though it's called the Petro coin, it's actually now backed by their own gold. So if this succeeds, then all other countries are going to immediately realize, hey, if Venezuela can do it, we can do it. You know, and it's just like fiat currency. It's just like we've got hundreds of currencies, and there's different currencies in every country, and that's fine. And the problem is, if it's not backed by any hard assets, or it's not backed by any value, then it's not money, it's just currency. And so with the billion coin, we'll be able to, like I said, hire people, and instead of them struggling and having to make, you know, a minimum wage that's worthless because of inflation and devaluation of the currency, we could give one person and give them enough money to support a family of five. Just one person can support a family of five, have 2 cars, pay all their bills every month, have fun, and that's the way it should be. Okay, so that's the kind of world we're looking forward to, and because of technology, it can happen, and it will happen. We see changes every time some new technology comes out, whether it was the telephone way back when. It created nothing but good. Well, I shouldn't say nothing. You know, you can always do bad with technology, but the point is, it's always been massively good in the long run for everything that's happened: electricity, phonographs, radios. You know, I've talked about Nikola Tesla, who created wireless electricity back in the 30s, and he was going to give it free to the whole world. And the central banking system shut that down, took his money away, and basically dried him up, left him poor, and he died in poverty, extreme poverty. This was a really, really bright man. I mean, he lived at the same time Albert Einstein lived. Einstein has this theory of relativity, and it's still called a theory after all these years because it's never been proven. I'm like Tesla. I don't believe in the theory of relativity. That's what's interesting about Tesla. I'm kind of going off the subject here, but this has to do with technology, people. This has to do with the reality of what is going on right now. And you know that just from our history, it's going to happen. So let's do something instead of just watching others do it and sitting on the sidelines and maybe getting hurt because of it and not taking advantage of these things. Okay. So basically, well, I won't get into the Tesla Einstein relativity thing, but the difference between those two is Nicholas kept his mind open where Einstein shut it off for certain things. They were both atheists, but Tesla actually kept his mind open. If there is a God, you know, he was willing to accept it. And he had some interesting concepts that he came up with, which basically proved there was a God, but it didn't quite connect with him. And it's very, very interesting. But anyway, the point is now the central banking system is offering wireless electricity. But it's because they've found a way now that they can charge everybody for it. It's like Wi-Fi, okay? Wi-Fi should be free. It should be free, okay? And some people don't realize that, well, there's cost, Paul. You know, there's servers, there's blah, 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 blah. Sure, there is. And we can pay, but not what we're paying now, okay? 30, 40 bucks a month for Wi-Fi is per person to use it is just pure greed, okay? And this is what is going to happen with the wireless electricity when it comes out. We'll all be charged. Okay, so this is why we are fighting. When I say we, the patriots here in America and our president, Donald Trump, is at war with the central banking system. And, you know, it's a war of narratives, basically. Whoever keeps the narrative will succeed. The current economic system, which is based on the central banking system's fiat currency, debt-based system, has to come down. Okay, so expect it to crash. It's going to crash. And if the central banking system keeps the narrative and blames it all on Trump and people believe that, then if they win, it's going to be real bad. The transition is going to be real bad. It has to come down. Even central banking system know it has to come down. Okay, it's just that they will go about the transition in a whole lot horrible way because they want to stay in power over the world, over the people. They want to keep us enslaved. Trump doesn't want anything to do with that. The patriots don't want anything to do with that. The countries of the world are sick and tired of it. Okay, it's been over 100 years. They've been under that system and they don't want it anymore. Russia is off of the central banking system, and that's why the mainstream media and everybody that's controlled and bought by the central banking system is demonizing Russia as this horrible country and Putin as this horrible man and so on and so forth. But China is doing the same thing. Okay, they have repatriated all their gold and purchased more. And then what they're doing, or what they have done, just like a week or two ago, it came out that they purchased 32 billion barrels, 32 million, no, 32 billion barrels, I don't know, something like that, a lot, of crude oil using their cryptocurrency, the yuan. Okay, and this is big. Okay, they didn't use the yen, they didn't use the dollar. Okay, and China is the largest consumer of oil in the world. So when they now approach Saudi Arabia, which is where they get a lot of their oil, and they say, hey, we want to buy, but we want to use our yuan, accept our yuan. And we don't want to use US dollars. We don't want to use the Fed Treasury notes. What's Saudi Arabia going to do? Well, we're going to find out. If Saudi Arabia says, yeah, we'll take your yuan, it seems to be good. Seems to be really good, in fact. That's the end of the US dollar. Okay. That'd be enough right there to cause all that US dollar to come back here in the United States, totally inflate our system, and cause a major crash, which is what we want. We just want to be in control of how we do it. This is what Trump is doing. And he's doing all kinds of things. He's been doing it from day one. The tariffs and all these things, people don't understand what's going on. We're just playing. China is in bed with us when it comes to bringing down the central banking system. So is Russia. And they are just we're just going to see in the news, China's going to come back and give us some tariffs, and then something will happen and Trump will do this, and then something will happen and Xi Jinping will do this. And, they go back and forth until, we accomplish what we're going to accomplish. And when it does crash and Trump is keeping the narrative and we are winning and we have won, it'd be a nice soft transition. It'd be nothing compared to what it would be if the central banking system wins. So, and not only be soft and not hurt hardly at all, but it will be very fast because of technology. Either way, we're going to have a new money system coming up, period. We just want it to be ours, okay? American people's. Okay, well, the billion coin is right there to be a currency / money that can be used all over the world. Okay, that's as simple as that. Now, we were the only one for the last 2 years to do this. I got some exciting news because over the weekend, I found out that Telegram, that's the messaging service that's so private. I mean, they are now the 9th largest messaging service in the world, Telegram. Okay, and the reason is, they've got 200 million active chatters last month, 200 million. So they're huge. They're the 9th biggest. The great thing about Telegram is they're completely private. It's encrypted on both ends. No third party can find out what people are talking about, not even Telegram. Okay, now this is why it's become so popular, and this is why Russia has got a lawsuit against them to say, hey, we need to know what people are talking about so that we can, check up on the terrorists and keep our people safe. Well, that's what they've always told us, okay? That's what the central banking system and the deep state have always said. We need to have all your information. We can't have you be in private in any way, shape, or form. We need to know everything you're doing so that we can protect you. Okay. Okay, so you know where I'm going with that. So Telegram is huge, and I forgot the name of the owner, but he's a real bright individual, let me tell you, and he's running his company. But here's the exciting news, folks. He's coming out with his own cryptocurrency. Okay, which makes complete sense. And guess what? It's based on an algorithm. It's not going to be on the trading exchanges. It's going to be another abundance-based coin, like our billion coin. And I believe it's called TON. It's TON, unless they call it Tone. But TON, T-O-N, Telegram Open Network, I don't know what it stands for. I can't remember. I've got the article. But it's very exciting. Their algorithm is, well, at least during the initial coin offering. Now, let's hope that they keep it that way. But during the initial coin offering, their algorithm works where one person will purchase the coin, and just by their purchase, it raises it up a fraction. Okay, even if it's 1/10 of, or even less of a penny, whatever it is, you can divide it 100 million times. They'll raise it up just a fraction for the next person. Next person buys, it raises up a little fraction, and the next person buys it a little bit more. Each person that continues to buy will buy it at a higher price. The price always will go up. Okay, it will always go up. It's awesome. Okay, you can tell I'm real excited about this, but because this validates our coin. Okay, now our algorithm is based on people. Every person that comes in raises the value of our coin by €1. And until we get to our first billion members, which then it stops. Okay, so the coin will never be worth more than 1 billion. And there'll never be more than 1 billion coins mined. And they've already been mined, and the admin, Chris Kringle, is still sitting on 90% of those coins. He needs to get us to distribute those coins to 1 billion people as fast as we can. Okay, so earlier I said in the first year we had 95,000 members come in. Well, we cranked it up. We started to do promos. He had all this planned. And of course, he has to watch I don't know if you are aware of this, but all the cryptocurrencies, or most of them, have been based on the original blockchain platform that Bitcoin used. And it's a slow system. You saw what happened back in July, whenever it was, when Bitcoin slowed down, the transactions slowed down. Sometimes it was taking 3 weeks to make a transaction. They raised the prices up so they could make some more money, the miners did. Okay, well, Chris Kringle had realized all these potential problems ahead, but he was prepared for it. Okay, so ours slowed down right at the same time, believe it or not, because we were doing tons of peer-to-peer between our members. And last year, in fact, we grew from 95,000 members to we just a couple of days ago went over 3 million members. So we really grew this last year. And this was during a year when not only was it really slow, because we were still stuck on that old style blockchain, and it took time to build a brand new one, and it's built now, and we're ready to go. I mean, this is so exciting. So we're ready to migrate over to the new system, and it is so fast that it does transaction like in 3 seconds. And I'm not talking about 4 or 7 transactions a second like Bitcoin does right now. I'm talking about more than what Visa and MasterCard can do in a second. Okay, it's just unreal. And there'll be no stopping the growth and the transactions. And we're not going to be charging transaction fees either. Okay, because we're not set up that way. We have control over a system. It's centralized, but in a really good way. It's decentralized because it's on the blockchain, but it's centralized because we control certain things. And it just makes sense, common sense. And this is why our coin will be successful. This is why TON, the new Telegram coin, if they do it, if they stick with this algorithm, will be successful. Okay, they've already got 200 million members. We only have 3 million members. Okay, if all 200 million of those members take advantage and buy some coins, they'll have their own economy overnight. And they've got a really good blockchain system, their own. They built it, and it'll be incredibly fast. Okay, so this is all good news. It doesn't really matter what coin that you get a hold of, as long as it's off the trading exchange. I mean, I own Bitcoin too, but I own it for the long run. Okay, I don't trade it. I don't spend it. It just sits there and grows. And if it goes down, it goes down. But I don't care because I know a year from now it will be up. And then another year from then it will be up simply because there's only 21 million coins available and ever will be. So it has to go up no matter how it's manipulated. The point is it can't grow as a really good coin because merchants can't accept it. It's tough for them unless they can afford, to, hey, I want the coin, but I'm going to just sit on it. So I'll accept the Bitcoin and I'll just put it in the account and just leave it alone. I've got enough cash coming in from other customers that I can buy my product and turn around and sell it. Okay, but service providers are good to use with Bitcoin also because it's just their time that they're doing and exchanging for currency. Okay, so we have tremendous amounts of transactions. We have just as much transactions going on in the TBC community as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So we're right there. And now with the new system, we're just going to explode, okay? And our growth is going to explode. And we've got some incredible promos where we are balancing out the wealth due to little promos where we're basically giving the coin away. And we're keeping control of how we do it because right now with 3 million, it's 3 million euros. Nobody can afford to buy a coin. And so if you don't have a coin, you're not going to be a billionaire in TBC. So we've arranged to make it happen for you to be a billionaire. And that's part of the cookie reward system. Basically, it's come in, get your free gift. Your free gift is worth about $920 right now, and you can do nothing, just sit on it and watch it grow every day, but it's not going to double enough to make you rich. I think it's going to max out when the coin max out at $1 billion. That small amount of Kringles, which is 25,000 Kringles, will max out about $300,000. Okay, which is not, it's a nice chunk of money to have, but it's not going to make you rich. Even $1 million is not going to make you rich. Okay, with today's system. Okay, so we've got a system now where you can come in and buy $100 worth of Kringles at today's price, and that will enable you to get these 100 million cookie rewards. And each of those points, basically the points, will show up in your back office, can be exchanged in the month of May for Kringle. Okay, so 100 million Kringles is one full coin. So basically, you can become a potential TBC billionaire for $100 cash. And so there's a ton of people that are taking advantage of this now. And we do have 3 million, so we only need 1 million of them to each own one coin. But it's not moving fast enough, okay? They're not taking advantage of it fast enough, which is kind of strange, but I guess, I don't know. People are people. We certainly are real, okay? There's nothing phony about the billion coin or our system. Admin doesn't sell anything. He doesn't make any money. He gives the coin to us. We buy it from each other, and then we sell it. So you can buy it from me. I'm a trusted seller. Not all of us can sell it right now. Eventually, all of us will be during this year with the new system. But because the system slowed down and we had to do some repair work, he opened it back up to people he could trust because you can easily discount the coin. It's tempting. It's like people that are on the welfare system, the SNAP system, the food stamp system we used to call it in the old days. You know, they get their food stamps every month, but they don't need to use it all. So they turn around, they sell it for some cash at a low price. Hey, well, I'll give you $40 worth of food. You give me $10 worth of cash. And they could go buy their cigarettes or their booze with that. Okay, we just saw 198 people get busted for it in Florida yesterday or the day before. 3.7 million in fraud with the SNAP program. So it's just natural for people to, if they have too much and they're tempted, well, you know, I can't sell it to you for the full price, but I can give you a big discount. Well, discounting our coin destroys our coin. So we have a zero tolerance for discounters. And if you're caught discounting, you're gone. Okay, so we have our own police system, we have our own commissioner, we have our own support system. And my time is up, but if you want to hang on a few seconds, I'm almost about to wrap it up here. And Chris is paying for it all. He paid $60,000 last month just to finish up what he's doing with the new blockchain and the entire system, the servers, all that. It costs money, okay? And all he's charging, the only money that he gets is a $10 one-time, lifetime fee for his wallet. And he includes the back office with that, okay, which is always there for you to use to promote and help you through promotion to have a chance to get a full billion coin or more. Okay, so those of us who give the gift away are getting coins. Pretty exciting. So get involved. Look at the information down below this video in the description. Get a hold of me if you want to get involved. There's also a link there where you can just go get your free gift. Anybody can get a free gift. If you've got a 1-year-old baby and they've got an email address that works and a name, they can get their gift. Okay, $300,000 if they never bought any more and you never bought any more for them. $300,000 would get them through college. Okay, so hang on a second. I've got a call coming in. Hello? Hey, could you hang on a second? Yeah. Okay. So let me wrap this up. And what was I saying? Oh, just, look at the information in the links below. You're going to want to pay attention. If you really want to know all about the Billion Coin, just go to the billioncoin.info page and you can read up all about our coin. If you want to know what's happening on a day-to-day basis, go to blog.thebillioncoin.info. It's also down there in the description. And do some reading and find out how we're going day to day, because admin, that's how we all get our information from admins, through that blog. Okay, so I hope you guys had a great weekend. I'm signing off. Hopefully I'll be here same time tomorrow, Monday the 9th, and we'll talk some more about some exciting stuff. Okay, guys, thanks for watching, and get involved. Get involved. Okay. Thanks. We'll see you.